Okay, so this arrived in the UPS today, and I don't know how long I've been waiting for this thing to arrive, but this is the Freewrite Traveler, which I believe I ordered back in, I want to say it's been almost a year and a half. And this was an Indiegogo campaign, or was it Kickstarter? I'll verify that. But Astrohaus had this thing, up as a crowdfunding campaign. A lot of writers were very excited about it. It was relatively inexpensive compared to the Hemmingwrite or the Freewrite, which was the other thing that Astrohaus had made for authors, which is basically a focused writing machine. The whole idea is that it's a keyboard with an e-ink screen, and it allows you to focus on your writing. And I'm a big fan of the AlphaSmart Neo, and those work pretty well for me. The AlphaSmart Neo is almost bulletproof, but the thing is, it doesn't back up to the cloud. The screen is small. I really would have liked a larger screen, but yeah. At the time when this was out there, I kind of had the extra cash and figured I'd give it a shot. And then it turned into a year-long wait, and I almost had given up on the idea of even getting the thing. So here it is, and I figured I'd do a little unboxing video to show, what it looks like here. So actually, you know what? I just realized that I didn't turn my lights on. So let's get a little more light on this. And here is the actual box. So it's packaged okay. It's not looking dented or anything like that. So you can see that it's pretty small. Nice looking packaging, I guess. I'll go back and look at what this thing actually ended up costing me. I want to say it was around $250. So the price of a good laptop, or I mean a small laptop, a cheap laptop. Let's get this to focus here. So 4 weeks of battery life, e-ink screen, constant auto saving. I would imagine you have to have, maybe it saves to the device, then you probably have to have, Wi-Fi for it to be backing up to the cloud. No distracting apps, which is always an interesting sales pitch. Less than 2 pounds. So includes the Freewrite Traveler, USB-C to Type A cable. Okay, that's regular USB-C cable, and a user manual. So what else we've got here? So, whoops. They give you some instructions on how to push it out. What's this? The things that you could write with it, I guess. Your novel, your screenplay, your journal, your blog. It's the perfect device. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to have any juice once we pull it out of the package, but let's take a look. Things I'm excited to check out. I want to see how what the keyboard feels like, because they were really selling it on the keyboard, the fit and finish, and just how compact it might be. So let's do this. And I really thought about just keeping this thing in the box and maybe selling it, but I've waited long enough. I want to give it a shot and use it. So, okay, well that's compact. Okay. So the feeling, this is some kind of metal. This is definitely plastic, very reflective. You can see the hinges here. Let's autofocus again. So the corners look good. What's the bottom look like? The plastic is definitely I don't know how resilient it feels. It doesn't feel super brittle. It's got some nice rubber feet here. And there's the USB-C right there. Let me focus again. Okay, let's open it up. We've got a protective pad. Okay, and we'll set it down here. All right, so Wi-Fi off, on, new. That's interesting. You can choose your folders, and is that a button to turn it on? I'll do it up here in focus. So it is powering up, so all you got to do is push that button. If it asks me to log into something, I'm going to pause and not do that on the video. But, so this was a cold boot. And psych, you thought you were done and you're not. The screen looks like it's a pretty good, the refresh rate is good on the e-ink. The bezel is interesting, so that's flush right there. There's a little bit of an edge that you can feel, but it's not anything that's going to gather dust. Okay, let's set this back down while it loads. This might have just been a first boot up thing or something. Your distraction-free writing experience waits. Okay. Manage your account and input languages at postbox.getfreewrite.com. And it's time to begin. Push new plus new to start your first draft. So the two red keys here. There it is. Okay. So September 23rd, 2020. The date is off. I'll have to adjust that later on. But let's get a little closer here and see. If you can see how fast the refresh rate is while typing. Okay, so I'd say it's pretty standard for e-ink. If you're trying to watch it while you type, I would imagine that's going to be irritating. But it's fast. So how rigid? It feels, I mean, relatively rigid. This is good. It could just be sitting on your lap, I would imagine. That's about as far back as the hinges are going to go. So what happens when I close it up? Does it turn off automatically? We'll see here. It's light. Okay, so it didn't turn off. I guess I'll have to dig into what sort of auto off system it has, if any. So the keyboard feels like butterfly switches. They're similar to a ThinkPad, probably the original ThinkPad. A little. I'm not feeling a whole lot of lateral movement, but they're kind of a little bit squishy. There's, I don't know, not a strong, solid feeling when they bottom out, but it still feels solid enough. I mean, it's definitely a mechanical keyboard. It's just not quite as clicky as I was probably expecting, but that's okay. What else do we got here? We've got a standard keyboard. The keyboard size feels good. So what happens when we turn on the Wi-Fi? So I'll have to dig into how the system works and how you navigate these things. I don't know how you save documents or do anything like that yet, so I'll have to figure that out. But I don't know. So far, it feels pretty nice. I'll have to see if it would actually fit into my workflow or not. yeah, so there it is. That's the Freewrite Traveler. And oh, what else do we have in the case? We should dig out here. So we've got a little welcome card. Let's focus here. So you got some stickers. That's super exciting. Just a thank you card, I guess. Looks like the instructions are all in English. I don't know if they send... Oh, field notes. That's super useful. Writing prompts. Okay. So it doesn't... I'm not seeing any kind of battery indicator, so that could be kind of a challenge if you don't know how much juice you have left, if you just need to keep it charged up. There is a firmware update that I got an email about that I need to set up. So yeah, I'm going to dig into this and see what I think of it. I'll try incorporating it into my workflow over the next week, and then maybe do another video showing an update. And yeah, this was basically just getting it out of the box. So I'll have more information about how much I paid for this thing, because it's been so long I've forgotten. I feel like it was around $250. If it was more, then I guess I'll update. So yeah, if you've got questions that you'd like me to dig into, I guess go ahead and post those. Put a comment, and I'll do my best to answer the question. Looks like there's a pretty nice cord here. That's a standard USB cable. It's branded with Freewrite. So that's neat. Let me autofocus. Yeah, so that's cool. And a nice Velcro enclosure like that. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, and I will update more shortly. Talk to you soon.